So I just had to restart this video because I accidentally showed my face in the reflection of me pointing over there. Don't do it. Sorry, don't do it. But basically, what's up, guys? Yippee! Yippee! Yip! I just dropped my paper. That was supposed to be like the outline of this video. Okay, so enough yapping, you know? You know? I need to be better at that. At concisely putting my words together. And is me yapping a bad thing? No, I mean, but I've been really hard on myself about me talking and the amount of that I talk, and then people say, "Oh, you talk a lot," and I beat myself up about it. Why are we already getting existential? Okay. New Year's, 2024 coming to an end. Wow. Just wow. Time just keeps on ticking, you know? Uh, into the future. Yeah. It's crazy to think that another year has passed. So again, like previous years, we're gonna try to go and like say, this is what happened this year. This is what I did. This is the stuff. But it's gonna be hopefully a lot quicker. And more concise, and hopefully more hopeful. And the music that I'm playing, yeah, some people have said this is depressing music, and I'm like, you know what, music is what you make of it, okay. But also, the music is kind of inherently meant to be like existential, so I get what you mean. You do have a point there. Yeah, let's just get into it. We're gonna probably start with the good old plush collection, the showcase, whatever. A lot of them are going to be missing. Well, some of them are going to be missing that you'll see. And that's because they're over here. And then we'll show those later. Yeah, let's get into it. So similar to previous years, yes, I do have a paper, and I'm going to be going over the paper and, mainly just stuff I did this year. And it's not just going to be stuff I did for the channel either, even though that's mainly what I ended up just focusing on. But I'm going to be going over just stuff I did this year in general, or at least tried to. So one big thing that I did this year is I learned a lot on piano. Like, I improved on the instrument more than I probably have any other year. It has been crazy. I don't know if I started worship team this year. I feel like I haven't. I feel like I've been on that for actually pretty long. But that was also just chords. And learning how to, play with a band as a piano, which, not to discredit that, of course, but like, it's a lot different, learning how to play and make music, and yeah. Along with that, I learned a lot on the flute slash piccolo. I went out for a music audition competition thingy, as I did last year as well, and I got rejected last year, so it never really came up. And I kind of had a lot more fun with it this year than I did other years. I still got rejected because there are just some people who are absolute tryhards on that instrument, but I can still be thankful. Along with that, I learned how to play the stinking piccolo. Yeah, the little short flute. Oh man, like, it's a fun instrument. I've played Spider Dance on it. It's fire. Okay, anyways. I composed a lot. I made a lot of my own music, and by composing, I do not mean, ooh, I've been making so many grand compositions that are amazing. By composition, I mean that I've made music that's original, but I've also composed music on an instrument, which I'm pretty sure I looked up the definition, and it's just like making music go together or something like that. I should have probably looked that up, but whatever. It's also putting songs together, and they don't have to be my songs. That's half of the Gamer's Own Tale, Shattertonia, which we'll get into that, don't you worry. But that's half of the songs that I have for that. So yeah, I composed a lot, and it's been really fun. Into one of the first channel things for this year, I did Vari Sonnet. I don't know if many of you remember that. It was kind of just a existential piplup thingy where I tried to cook, and it's ambiguous on if it was successful or not. I thought it was pretty good. I think there's still some value in the series. It was a little slow and also ended before it even had the chance to begin, but overall it was a solid series. I mean, yeah. A lot of this year with the channel has been kind of iffy. And from listening to last year's update video, I kind of realized, wow, we did so much last year. The Choi's demo release, Out of the Shadows, just so much. Kirby, what are you doing down there? Whatever. Just so much last year, and I guess it kind of makes sense for a smaller year after such a big year as last year. Because a lot of that can get into overworking and making yourself too busy. But I'm not gonna get into that. I promised that this would not be a 30-minute video, so it's not going to be. Anyways, yeah, Vari Sonnet. I also did a lot of more cryptic stuff, I guess you could say. It was like a lot of like, you have to interpret this, and it's also like deep, and you and like Undertale and Wingdings and not exactly that, but I hope you get what I mean. Like Vari Sonnet is, I'm pretty sure it's Latin for in the mind, and it was supposed to be leaning into Mind Marker storyline, stuff like that. Anyways, Undertale Yellow. I don't know. I don't think I completed Undertale Yellow this year. I think just this year I did the Undertale Yellow You Called for Help video, which was just a pretty fun one. And since then, Undertale Yellow has just really taken a place in my likings that it's akin to Undertale, really. It's just a really solid game. I made some fire plushies, which I'll be showing later, but I made a lot of custom plushies this year. Like, whoo-wee. I mean, actually, I'll go over and just skip on over to this for, Spampton, then the Lethal Company employee. Oh yeah, and then there was some Undertale stuff. And then later on, we'll show some, Shattertonia stuff, which is gonna be cool. But just, yeah, I made some cool custom plushies, and yeah. Um, Speaking of Shattertonia, let's go back into Gamer's Own Tale. I made my very first themes for that, which, if you don't know, that's like the Out My Way centered themes where I'm like, guys, it's Out My Way. Bum 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 bum. And yes, that song is, except for the Blessed Be the Name, da 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 da. That is fully original. At least I hope it is. Nothing's truly original in the realm of music, as some people have pointed out, though, as every melody has practically been made, and there's an app! But yeah, I had fun with that, made my own themes, got into some things with friends, and it was just fun. And along with that, I played a lot with friends. I played a lot of Lethal Company, Content Warning a bit, Minecraft. It was a fun year, and we grew closer together, but then, I don't know, some things may have popped up, and the music's just paused. Okay. That would be it. Okay, anyways. Played with friends, it kind of got a little iffy here and there, but when doesn't it? I think it's just, friends are, when the times get tough and iffy, that's when you have to, go through. And that's when you have to, persevere. And that's how you know if they're real ones. Um, Along with that, I'm glad that we're already getting to this. Went through a severe channel crisis. And when I mean severe channel crisis, I mean first I was wondering why am I not as happy with the channel as I have been, and then I tried to restart the channel with a bunch of different things and it never sufficed. I As I said in the update video, it kind of felt like trying to start my own fire when all I had was smoke. It was impossible. And I made a lot of cool ideas this year. That a lot of them didn't even come to light, and that I would love to share with you guys. And I might, just so if somebody comes across them, then they can use them for their own purposes. But I made so many ideas in trying to redo the channel, and a lot of those ideas are now in this weird state where they like exist, but they got abandoned by me because I was like, oh, I could use this to restart the channel and this will save the channel, and then I realized no, it's not going to, and then I abandoned it, which I feel like I probably shouldn't, but we'll see what he does with it. Some of these cool ideas are Oblivious Year. I made an actual trailer for that and recorded a whole entire part of that, which was a lot of work, and I don't know if it'll ever see the light of day. It's kind of disappointing, that stuff. See, this is what's gonna make the video 30 minutes long. Among Us Plush Test Series. I made Among Us Plush Delta Test. Believe it or not, I recorded all of that the summer of this year, actually. And then I said, no, I don't feel like editing this. This is a lot to edit, and therefore I'm not going to edit it. And I lost interest. That's what a lot of this year has felt like. Trying to gain interest in something under the guise of, ooh, let's do it for fun, and it's not for fun at all. It's for restarting the channel. I'm trying to get back to where I was with the channel, and that was never really gonna happen. Never really was. And it was rough for a while. It was kind of rough. I was at this place of uncertainty, almost fear with the channel. And I dealt with a lot of guilt at that time. A lot of guilt that I shouldn't have had. That all of these plushies that I've shown, all of these creations, all of these things that could be used for a grander purpose, for literally any purpose at all, are just sitting on my shelves, collecting dust almost. Something that I promised myself I would never do to them. Do to myself. Oh, hi, Minecraft. It took a toll. And I let that guilt control me. That's the main motivator behind me trying to restart the channel. That was the main motivator behind a lot of it. It was guilt, obligation. But as said recently in a sermon, one of the sermons from my church, things go a lot better when you're doing something out of gratitude and out of thanks than out of obligation. So I hope that this channel never becomes an obligation again, because that's what I didn't want it ever to be, and became that. But God helped me through it. He 100% did. I know he did. Because he's good like that. And he wanted to help me. And therefore he did. I did some more Gamer's Own Tales things. You'll see right here, along with some things that I'll get into later. But, I got deeper into the Gamer's Own Tale lore. It was something that I found interest with, and I made uh, DK's themes, or one of my friends, I think we're gonna be calling him Pizza Plumber Cat. Hopefully he will be voicing him in the eventual series. Ooh! But, yeah. Um, it was something that I found fun with, and I felt like there was no pressure. Everything else, I felt like there was some pressure, either from myself, or from my family, or from just YouTube in general. But with Gamer's Own Tale, it felt free. And yes, Gamer's Own Tale was derived from a little chat thing, a little nickname that we had for a chat group between us, the three that you saw in like the Lethal Company video, and also Lethal Company, game videos. Um, I also got into Subcon. Uh, Man, Subcon, the whole entire first episode, I'm glad I was able to do, because that first episode was a whole entire homage to that one dream that I had. Which I'm pretty sure I said that in the description of the video. I don't know. I feel like I should have told it to you guys. But the whole entire idea behind Subcon was turning that dream, a dream I had, into a full-fledged series. And then I overstressed myself out about it, made it an obligation, and then it fell off hard. Specifically the story mode, and then the Adomidi. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced, I hope. I feel an ad coming on soon, unfortunately. That's why I'm talking weird. The Adomidi, which was another cryptic. Ooh, spooky. Ooh, this could be lore for later on in the channel. Ooh, but it was just I knew it. But yeah, a lot of it was, I mean, the Adomidi was awesome because I was able to record with my friend the last day of his junior year and my sophomore year together. The last day of school. After school got out, we took my plushies and just went throughout our school, and then to his house to finish it off, and it was really fun, and I'm glad I was able to make those memories. Okay, concise, Stuffy Cat. I abandoned that, unfortunately. It might be coming back, but I'm not fully certain on that. I would love it to come back, but I don't know. I got a lot more into music. The Subcon OST itself was a lot more impressive than I thought it was going to be. Like, I gotta be honest with myself, I kind of cooked with that. At least for the first episode, and then for Mario Murder Mystery. That was a crazy one, too. Oh my. That series was just awesome because I was able to make my own game-related dreams into tangible videos. And yeah, anyways. I fully, officially uploaded the Excursion soundtrack, even though the videos, I know the songs. I think I either made a year before, I don't know about that, or either earlier in the year. I think it was near the end of sophomore year that I was making most of the Excursion themes. And then I pooped myself out about it, and I'm like, and I overworked myself pretty much. But yeah, I got more seriously into music. Like, it was kind of a serious type deal. Made some for fun, silly videos, thinking of the Among Us plush, but it's written by AI. Some commentary videos. Just all of those videos that don't really fit anywhere and also weren't really trying to be anything except for just a fun little piece of content that I was just like, yes, let me cook. Let me cook. And yeah, for the videos that I was trying to go for, I don't think I was really going at the right angle for them. I think I was kind of not being fair with myself. And I was also looking at things the very wrong way, the wrongest way I could, trying again to restart something that shouldn't be restarted. I shouldn't go back. I should look to the future, not try to revive the past. Um, and I think at this point I tried to turn Gamer's Own Tale into Timeline Chaos. Or over the summer, I made the idea of Timeline Chaos. And you might be wondering, wait a minute, isn't that the shorts series that you just started like a little bit ago on your channel? Yes, but also no. It was originally planned on being a Monster Mix like series, which also, Toady, I cannot thank you and apologize enough for the whole entire Monster Mix stuff. Actually, real quick, Toady, I know you're probably not watching this video, but I cannot stress how much of a inspiration you are making Undertale content, and especially just in whatever the Monster Mix. I can't believe I just called Monster Mix whatever. Not what I meant, of course, but that's how it's felt with the channel recently. I started a Monster Mix tier list ranking video. I did Not So Ruined Ruins and Snowden District, Snow District. And I was supposed to be, get into Walnut Waterfall, and it was a fun thing for a while, but once it started to get into a video series, it got really busy, life got busy, job got busy, if you can call it a job, it's mowing. A lot of things got busy, and this video is gonna be 30 minutes, I'm so sorry. But here's a little, just, I know I don't need to prove it to anybody, but, I really want to finish that Monster Mix tier list ranking video. The series, at least, because, believe it or not, I have 55 pages. You wanna see them? 55 dang pages. I ended on Hearts Beating as one. Because, I don't know, pacifist ending with spoilers, but Monster Mix's pacifist ending with the Undying fight is a little bit, it was kind of hard to realize for me. I don't know. But just as a little thing, because this is what I was actually planning on doing for a lot of things recently. But I think this would be a good one. I'm just going to do a random entry right here, and if I ever get back into the series, then obviously there's going to be a repeat, but this is kind of just a thanks for Toady. I'm not worshiping Toady, guys. I'm not idolizing her. Your work is an inspiration on so many levels, and it's really not even about it is, but it isn't about her anymore, or about Monster Mix itself. It's about what it represents, and I just can't thank you enough. So let's do a neutral ending track of Monster Mix, Hopes and Dreams. I know it has a similar name, but just let me. And no, this part is not going to be edited. Yes, oh gosh, my phone is showing. This is a reference actually to my old videos when I used to do this, but this is the music that I'm using for this. I'm not crediting the other music because they have millions and millions of views. Toady deserves so much more than she's given. Anyway, I'm restarting it. Let's do this. Do you ever wonder if we could have done more? Hopes and Dreams is the second and ending replacement for Monster Mix, this one acting as the neutral ending music that would play after an almost pacifist neutral route of the game, as implied by the absence of Kara's Flower Crown, the one that they gave Frisk in the pacifist run of the game. This is also obviously reflected by the track Hopes and Dreams itself. There's something about naming the pacifist neutral and ending replacement the same as the most climactic song in Undertale that just feels right for this track. I think a good amount of this has to do with how hopeful the track is. It mainly consisted of a faster respite, once upon a time, respite, I'm so sorry, whatever, I can call it how I want, okay? Of a faster respite, once upon a time, and Hopes and Dreams' hopeful dramatic tension, which makes for that longing for something feel great. but less unfinished and more hopeful. As Kara stated in the dialogue of the track, it's mainly just reflecting on the good that was done and wondering, could we have done more? There's something so simple but deep in just wanting to help more, be a better person, and aspire to spread more goodness. I feel like the simplistic but greater nature is also shared in the song's framework as well. It mainly being respite over and over with a soft once upon a time. The song also only seems to be using piano and strings, which just works oh so well. The song is simple, but works so well as a pacifist neutral and ending replacement. If it were just if it were just supposed to be the general and ending replacement, I'd probably put it lower because I feel like it doesn't suit the usually somber tone of most neutral endings. But since it is mainly geared towards the pacifist route, it works for what it was meant for. I'll put Hopes and Dreams just below No Longer Ruined because I still feel like I still like having Alfie's leitmotif in the ruins replaced. All of this doesn't really matter because we're not actually ranking it right now, but you get what I mean. So, all that being said, thank you, Toady. And I did not get offended by any of your criticism or Jacket of Diamonds criticism on, me mispronouncing dog bass in the video. Somehow I'm just really not good at pronouncing things because like I've called respite for so long, but I'm pretty sure it's actually supposed to be called respite. We all have our problems. I'm not any more special or unique in them. I just thank you. And hopefully if I get my stinking OBS to work again, that's why I haven't been playing as much video games recently, on my computer at least, because OBS just stopped working for me, and anyways, thank you. Back to the video, and it's gonna be past 30 minutes. I'm so sorry, guys. If you're still sticking with me, again, like I said in other videos, I don't deserve you, but you already know that. So, with that hopeful detour out of the way, Timeline Chaos. Originally, it was planned on being a copy of Monster Mix. Not the way to go, Stuffy Cats. No, originality, creative freedom. You gave yourself creative freedom in those channel correction videos for a reason. But then I ended up just saying, okay, well, let's go back to things that I thought worked and go from there. No. Although Timeline Chaos actually did have some cool ideas to it, like replacing a lot of the characters in that series with just totally random characters. Like, I think the Ruins dummy was going to be Sans at some point, and then the Ruins Napstablook was going to be Asriel. Toriel was going to be replaced with Pepino. A Genocide track replacement was going to have Pepino and the Noise bringing in Pepperman to stop you, and then the the main boss of it, no, the Flowey replacement was going to be a Flowey Gaster Spamton hybrid, until I realized, no, it should just be a Spamton Gaster hybrid. Oh my gosh. But it was all too unoriginal for me, and it really didn't go anywhere. Which is why I went into Timeline Chaos. Short plug for Timeline Chaos. I don't know why I'm saying that it's a plug. It's really not. I'm just having fun with the series, and as you can see here, I have the two goobers who are associated with it a lot. I mean, it helped me vent with a bunch of the light blue Yoshi stuff, which was awkward, but I mean, I hope it helped somebody out there, maybe. And then for all this stuff, it's just, hey, guess what? You can do whatever the heck you want, so get creative and do something with it. And I've been having a lot of fun with that. Also, other side note, I watched Sonic 3 with my family over Christmas break. A cool thing that we were able to do. It was awesome. Awesome experience. And Sonic 3 is so good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. It's like Marvel if it was good. Okay, maybe that's a little far, but it felt like climactic and like I was rewarded for watching the Sonic movies. So, yeah, cool. Anyways, Gamer Zone Tail, more like, no, I didn't fully replace Gamer Zone Tail with Timeline Chaos. Why? Because it wasn't meant to be. And then after that, I was like, okay, it's close to my birthday. I need to use these plushies, or else I'm gonna feel horrible about getting so many for my birthday. Just stop asking for plushies if you're gonna be guilty about them, okay? Oh, man. So then I tried to restart for fun. What the heck? Let's just make a video for the sake of making a video in one of the first update videos for the channel. The one without Moe, and he was inceptioning all over the place, and he was... Okay, that could be taken in the wrong way. He was doing the plot of Inception all over... whatever. And then he had the spin top, and he was going crazy with it, and there was Infinity Bedoy, and I was like, yes! And is it inherently bad in starting back up that series and turning that into a series? Heck no. I think there's some good potential with that. Was it bad, the intentions that I had behind it? Yeah. It was, wow, this was cool. This really worked back then. Let me copy and paste it, and then hopefully it will restart the channel and it'll make everything better again. Yippee, 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 yippee. No. Guess what? It didn't work. It didn't. It didn't. And was it an oddly therapeutic video for me to film and, again, just vent my ideas through the self-insert that that story had, which was Out My Way. Oh my, I'm sorry, Out My Way. I mean, yeah, it was therapeutic. It was nice. But it wasn't it. It really wasn't. It was not it. And I made so much music. I learned a lot of music, too. I learned so many songs on piano, on flute, because it's a non-transposing instrument. I made so much music, and, like, I was just like, okay, well, I need to do something with these plushies. I'm gonna feel horrible about them. I'm gonna feel so guilty, and I'm gonna let it eat myself alive unless I do something with them. If I don't do anything with these dang plushies, then they're gonna consume me. They're gonna consume every single second of my life, where I just keep on thinking about them. Then I think about how much weight they're pulling on my life, and how much guilt, and how much shame, and how much pressure of me doing something, of needing to do anything at all, and I'm not doing anything because I'm just a failure, and I'm not even... It's a horrible channel. I'm not even getting any views. I'm just failing. I'm spiraling into nothingness. I'm into obscurity. I don't even have any value. I'm not even... Stop it! Stop! Those are lies. And I kept on feeding myself lies over and over again, telling myself, this is how we get through it. This is the tough part, but this is how we get through it. That wasn't the way to get through it at all. Not exactly, but, you know, because he's a plushie. But God's the way to get through it, man. He is. And no matter how many people are gonna try to convince you that, oh, well, I actually made a very, very easy and a very specific search on Google. The evidence for how the Bible is not real. Oh, good goodness. Oh, how interesting. This source on the Google internet just told me that you're stupid and an idiot, and you're
God, Daddy, is it actually real? Oh, are you gonna cry? You're so idiotic. Sorry. That was a gross generalization, and I'm not saying that that's everybody out there. Of course not. No. Heck, I hope that there's no one out there that's actually like that. But dang it feels like that. It just does. Recently, I've been thinking to myself, what if they are right, huh? What if all of their nitpicky nature of everything and, oh, actually, this specific person in history did not record something exactly as how the Bible recorded it, so therefore, if these two things are not exactly perfectly perfect, then therefore the Bible can't be real and you're stupid. It's disappointing. But if that were all to be true, then what's the purpose of life? I know it's the question that's been asked throughout, you know, creation itself. And a lot of people say, well, I think this whole entire fairy tale was created to explain away this question that you can't possibly answer. And I don't think that question in itself can even answer it either. We don't know. But it's not one of our places to say what the purpose of life is. Life is different for everybody. It's so diverse, it's so complex, it's so intricately designed. Man. And I'm not going to get into a theology debate with somebody now as well as I can, stand firm on my foundations, knowing that there is truth in what I stand on. I'm not here to argue. But if you'll think with me for a moment, as somebody who's grown up as a Christian, right? Grown up in a Christian home, accepted the God of the Bible as a God of love because he's shown to be a God of love and of kindness and of justice above all of that and of goodness, who has plans outside our very understanding, despite our intricately and uber complex brains. Let's say that wasn't the case. We're just a cosmic accident in the globe, in the universe, in the multitudes of universes. That small probability of everything being created as, well, perfectly as it is. Now, are things decaying? Yeah. That's us. But if it's all fake, if it's all not true, and we're just some cosmic accident going through the motions throughout life, then dang it, isn't that just depressing? Now, am I saying, ooh, the one that sounds good is the right answer, and therefore, since this one isn't fulfilling, it's not the right answer? No, because that's not fair, and that's also probably a logical fallacy. But, isn't there some truth in how when some people come to Jesus, they get something that they literally can't find anywhere else? A feeling that, yeah, as well as its personal story, and personal stories are hard to refute, that if they personally feel like it's something that they've never experienced before, and so many other people have as well, then isn't there at least some truth behind that? Sorry, I've been thinking about some things recently, and I don't like being not in control. I have to accept that some things I just can't be in control of. Um, if you don't mind sitting and listening, for just a little bit more, um, this year's kind of been rough. The whole entire channel stuff, the cosmic purposes behind everything, all that. If the channel, I find myself realizing I almost adopted a similar questioning mentality as I had in one of my assignments, where I acted out me pretending I was myself, except the story of my life, just the the entire concept of any type of story fell away from my understanding, and I basically became depressed. I felt myself almost adopting similar questions as that. This year's been rough. It's definitely been a transitory year, I would say. I don't know if I'm using that word correctly either, I'm sorry. Uh, it's felt like a transition year between the huge crazy things that I was doing, out of the shadow craziness, um, going bigger and bigger and bigger, and doing some crazy awesome things, and this year has felt smaller. And you know what? It has been. Is that a bad thing? No, I don't think so at all. As I'd like to say, well, let's just get back into the timeline of things. How about we? At some point, I said, you know what? I'm gonna make something that I want to make, but I'm actually gonna put some effort into it. I'm gonna I'm gonna put some soul behind it. I'm gonna put some purpose behind it. I'm gonna try to find some purpose in somewhere and pray that it's gonna work. And I made the Choice Haunt Hack. The Choice series itself was a really fun thing to do. So what the heck? Halloween, Earthbound Halloween hack, except without the slurs. Oh my gosh, yeah, yikes! No wonder we don't want to bring that up. Also, 2025 Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. Woo! That's gonna be fun. I might even live stream that. I mean, I've only live streamed once on the channel. What the heck? Anyways, the Choice Haunt hack. I felt like that was a pretty big turning point. Not a full turning point yet, but I was able to make some of my own music for that, just specifically for that series. And it was fun. It was good. And then the video itself was really good too. I made some really good calls with that video, and I couldn't have done any of it without God, mind you. All of the glory for any of that and anything that I make, it goes to him. It should not go to me. Sure, I'm talented, but you know why I'm talented? It's because of him. Yeah, it's because of him. The choice hunt hack. I'm so sorry for all of those who are bored by this video, but I feel like even though I just did a hour long plus video of, oh gosh, I hope there's no audio lag or whatever, um an hour plus video of me yapping about my stories and stuff. I think it's good for us just talk, because like, as well as the update thing was good, there's just so much that I want to talk to you guys about, so much that I want to tell you, there's so much I want to dive into and explain, just try to justify, but Choice Hunt Hack. It was a prequel for another series that I had ideas on. And this other idea ad, yes. But my idea behind uh the choice haunt hack was, hey, if this works out, uh, sorry, if this works out, then this idea I have for a series that I have been knocking around in my head that kind of sounds neat, might go through with. I think it has like 15 views as of now. Timeline, no, not timeline chaos. The choice haunt hack. Now, is that to show that it's a bad video? Heck no. I think some of my best videos have some of the least views, and some of my best videos have some of the most views, like the personal dreams and nightmares iceberg. I love that video. I am so thankful that people are watching that. I am, yeah. Um, but lo and behold, despite the numbers behind the video, as well as it's discouraging, yeah, if you let it, it was good. It was good, man. Woman, everybody, man, guys. When I say guys, I mean everybody. You know this, I hope. If you don't, I'm so sorry. It was good. I liked it. I felt like there was something behind that was just like, yes. There was that Undertale feel, but it wasn't even an Undertale feel either. It was my own. It's my own. It had purpose. It had something behind it. It had potential. So with that, I started to realize if I really want to get serious about the channel, and when I mean serious, I don't mean I'm going to turn it into a job. Oh, heck no, please. I never want to do that with the channel. This has always been for fun. If you haven't got that by now, I've always wanted this to be for fun, and that's how I want to keep it. But it's also to, bless you guys as much as I can. And, anyways, I said last year in my whole entire thing that I gave it to him, meaning that I gave all of my plushies, all of my possessions, I gave it to him, metaphorically, saying, hey, whatever you want to do with these, do it. I had the right intentions behind it, of course, yes, definitely. But a part of me was definitely holding back, and that was in the videos themselves. I basically just put the God stamp on it and said, okay, this channel is for God now, so all of the good stuff that I do in the channel is gonna be for Him now. Yeehaw and cowboys and whatnot. I don't know why I'm. Anyways, yeah, it was kind of right intentions, but it did not. It was not executed successfully because when you give it all to Him, you need Him involved, not just be like, okay, you know what? It's all His. Because that was me trying to take the blame off of myself. It was really just that, wasn't it? But now I know that He loves me despite all my failures, despite all my flaws, despite the stuff sitting on my, oh gosh, my phone's gonna die. Okay, we gotta hurry this up. Long videos, am I right? And also music. But um it's about Him. He did it. God made me do it. God made me fresh. Lyrics of some song. Um I fully surrendered it. And I hope to Him that I fully surrendered myself. And it's a daily challenge of, you know, taking up my own cross. But I think we're really going somewhere with it. Like this love that I've just gained for people in general is just something. With that, other stuff has happened this year too, and I'd like to go about that. I got it more into drawing. You'll see like a bunch of the recent thumbnails. This video is not gonna have a thumbnail. Eh. I got more into drawing. It was MS Paint, am I right? I mean, it's just fun. I made some new friends. Yeah, I got deeper with some friends as well. rekindled some friendships, possibly, kind of, a little bit, maybe. I hope. I don't know. Uh, Made some new friends that are weather related. I really appreciate them. And then everybody else too, man, it's just been a blessing. Couldn't even imagine, without them. Um, in the in the spirit of me doing things, hoping that they're gonna be great no matter what I do, and putting the stamp on some of my own actions and saying, okay, help me out with this. I actually think it was kind of, it wasn't really that. It was genuine. It was real. It was a real kind of love. And it wasn't that kind of love. You know what I'm saying? But like it was like an appreciation kind of love. And I was just kind of like, huh, this is cool. Okay, God, help me out with this. Help me say what you want me to say. And then after that, I didn't tell him, help me think what you want me to think, because I heard some things that you don't really want to hear. That I don't really want to hear, I guess. And it hurt. I wanted more of that person. And I convinced myself that she didn't want anything to do with me. Like, ouch. Ouch. Even, going as far to say, hey, it wasn't that kind of love. Whatever. It kind of got me into a season of like self-loathing almost, and self-hatred, which was not good. I allowed for that circumstance to control me, and it was rough. And you know what? I'm not gonna understand everything. I'm not gonna even pretend to think that I understand that. Mainly, what I have to realize is things aren't black and white, and you know what? She might hate my guts. That's a possibility. She might also love him. Or, what's even more likely, is that it's somewhere where I don't even understand it because she's her own person. So, despite me wanting to be friends, despite me and, to hang out or just be around her personality and awesome self, and talented and cool and nonchalant. If it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. Anyways, uh, big. Oh, I'm not getting into romance. Don't worry, I'm not. I also made a lot of mistakes. It'll happen. I'm not gonna hold them against myself. I'm gonna learn from them. I'm not gonna hold them against myself. I grew closer to Jesus this year, and that's one of the biggest New Year's resolutions I had. I think it's the only one, other than like reading the Bible more, which I also did. Uh, Not trying to flex or anything. Like everybody's on their own path. But I grew closer to Jesus this year, and that is something. I am so thankful for that. I think I'm more thankful for that than anything. That makes less content on the channel. That makes anything less, because we need less of that and more of him. Or I do. No, we all do. But it's been a real blessing. And I hope with this next year we can do some more of growing closer, because you can never grow close enough. Anyways, Shattered Tail. Ooh, it's like Undertale parody, but it's like Monster Mix 2. Sorry, I had something at the back of my throat. I think it was called Unoriginality. What was that? Oh, creative freedom. Do fun stuff with it. Make your own ideas. Make sure that you're following God's will with it all. Whoa! Oh! That sounds like a Shattertonia to me. Yeah, that wasn't a very good transition, but I'm like at 2% on my phone somehow. Um, Shattertonia. It's where I see the future in this channel, not because I'm having fun with it, even though I am, and not because it's gonna have a lot to do with plushies and cool ideas that I like, even though it is. It's because I feel like that's actually where God's leading me with the channel. And if he's leading me somewhere else, then bye-bye, Shattertonia. We're gonna go where he goes. Like, that's another thing that my pastor said in a recent sermon. Uh, he said, one of the worst things that you can ask yourself at around this time of the year is, where do I want to take myself? What? Oh, this little heart of yours, it's gonna get you into trouble. It's gonna get you into heartbreak. It's gonna get you into bad things that you probably can't even imagine. I should not be asking that. I should be asking, where does God want me to go? Because he knows best. He wants what's best for my life. And you know what? Oh, yes. Also, this piano is a real one. Yeah, it's fire. Grand piano. Anyways, closing off, Shattertonia. I've been making some new stuff with it. I've been having fun, as you can see with these plushies. We have this guy. It's a papyrus-like plush, but like with shoes and a scarf, and he has a monocle. We have this guy. I call him the Dreamer. I think he's going to be a part of a exclusive creative route called I'm not going to tell you because that's actually for a soon video that I'm going to have for the channel, which is going to be super fun, and I'm looking forward to it. And I love this guy's design. I think it's just so cool. And then we have Daryl, my man. I messed around with Daryl a lot this year, and I think this design for him is actually pretty cool. Like, whoo, dang, this is pretty decent. And all that to say, oh, Shattertonia. Huh? Thank you guys for sticking with me. And I know I didn't go over like the usual stuff that I go over, like, whoa, we have so many views. Whoa, that's crazy. Because I'll say it once, I'll say it again. The views are not about this channel. The subscribers, not about this channel. Are they good? Are they cool that they come with it? Or is it good that some Undertale fans are seeing some like Christian plush stuffy cat Undertale content out there? Heck yeah, it is. Is it cool that 30,000 people have seen, as of now, my Plants vs. Zombies plush unboxing? Yeah, and especially if that's bringing people to the channel too. That's awesome. They're not watching the videos though, so that's a little awkward. Is it cool that I have over 600 subscribers? I cannot imagine that. Well, the piano said it, so I don't have to. Thanks, you guys. I'm looking for big things. 2025. I mean, Deltarune's gonna be crazy. But really, it's all about God. So, yeah. Let's let my channel, at least, be all about him and how he does awesome things. So, God, help this next year of the channel to not be of what I want it to be, but for you, what you want it to be. And help me to accept your will with it all. Because you are where the joy is. Love you guys. And Jesus loves you even more. So, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your year or day, because maybe you're not